In his adventures, Luffy often visits various kingdoms and islands to achieve all his goals. For now, Luffy is at sea near Wano after he managed to defeat Kaido. Luffy, with the help of his allies, managed to bring down Kaido, who had been in power for decades in Wano. This victory made Luffy also manage to become a Yonko. Many are wondering, after the Wano arc ends, where else will Luffy sail? The answer is probably Elbaf. Although not certain, Elbaf is considered one of the most potential locations that Luffy will visit. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. Elbaf is a kingdom inhabited by giants, and is considered the strongest country in the world due to its famous army of strength. This was first mentioned during the Little Garden arc, and was the goal Usopp wanted. This landscape or information about the kingdom is shown for the first time in Big Mom's flashback. The most notable features of the landscape are its unusually steep mountains, and what appears to be an enormous tree placed around the center of the island. Elbaf is located in a region called Warland. According to information, the waters around Warland are also listed as dangerous, featuring giant fauna such as ship-sized fish, and even walruses of terrible size. Elbaf village is where Dory, Bragi, and Hayruden live. It is close to the sheep house and located near the forest. The region was enveloped in a sea of fire when Charlotte Linlin went berserk. Sometime after the sheep house was moved, the residents worked to rebuild the damage Linlin had inflicted. On the outskirts of the village is the grave site of the dead giant Zoro. The village has a rule regarding quarrels stating that if it cannot be resolved, those involved must go to seek judgment from their god through battle. This is where the traditional Simla food is held before the Winter Solstice Festival takes place. The sheep house itself is an orphanage run by Mother Carmel, and where Charlotte Linlin lived after she was abandoned by her parents. After Carmel was exiled from Elbaf and left with the children, another one was built for her on the island that would eventually become Whole Cake Island. The culture that exists in Elbaf appears to be based on medieval Scandinavia, with references to Norse mythology. Some of them are prints they are named after the Norse god Loki. Their society was mostly peaceful, but revolved around honor in battle and respect for reputable warriors. Most of its citizens look like Vikings. The huge tree may be a reference to Yggdrasil in Norse mythology. The reason is, Vikings are indeed synonymous with this kind of culture, which makes Elbaf very interesting. Usopp has voiced his desire to visit Elbaf since chapter 117. In that chapter, Usopp, who was afraid of Bragi, admires the giant after seeing the exciting duel of Bragi versus Dory. At that time, Usopp said that he wanted to visit Elbaf Island. The question is, what will the conflict in Elbaf be like? Will One Piece's Elbaf plot highlight Usopp as an important figure? Currently, One Piece seems to be entering the final saga. Previously in Wano, there was a great war that would bring Luffy and Yonko together at once. I think if Luffy goes to Elbaf, the conflict will be big. Since Elbaf is a mysterious country, I wouldn't be surprised if this is where the last road poneglyph is located. If indeed the last poneglyph was in Elbaf, Luffy could have had to compete with each other for the poneglyph against a formidable enemy like Blackbeard. It could even be on the island that Luffy finally had to fight the Marines. Then in that great battle, Usopp finally confirmed that yes, he was indeed a valiant warrior of the sea.